RDMS.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Reynoso. Christian here. Chatted some fighters. They have some big fights coming up. We've chatted to legends. We've chatted to up-and-comers. Now, how about we talk to one of the top featherweights, I would say, for over the last decade, coming out of the Midwest, fighting out of the Midwest, but I would say the world stage at that, Emmanuel El Matador Sanchez. Manny, thank you for joining me, my friend.
Thank you for having me on, brother. Appreciate it.
Don't be silly, bro. It's just such a pleasure to get a chance to sit down with somebody of your caliber. And I know you're a busy guy. You got a lot going on. You stay busy. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And you were ready to jump right in as a big fight kind of just was thrown your way on relatively short notice. You are one half of the main event for APFC 17, stepping in against Zach Zane for the vacant welterweight title. I know you stay ready, but let's talk about taking this fight on what I'll call relatively short notice.
No, like you said, man, you took the words right out of my mouth what I was going to say. But if you consistently always stay ready, there's no such thing as needing to get ready. And I find it hilarious. Friends, family, sometimes even training partners that are young and don't know better, that say, "You ready, bro? You ready?" And it's all like, shut up, get away from me. Because anyone who knows me knows that. And I know I'm one of many. I know that follow that same suit. But I know no one is like me. I'm that rare because fight or no fight, I am always in the gym, perfecting my craft, perfecting what I'm so passionate about, not only learning, but teaching, and also prepared because opportunities like this could come up like this. So I know that that's going to happen. That has been the case and the story for me since honestly, since I started. It was just I'd show up at the gym or get that one phone call, that one text, and just say, "You want this fight?" And you have to say yes. You have to have the ability to say yes. So how do you have that confidence? How do you have that the ability to say yes? By knowing, all right, I'm relying on my hard work. I'm relying on what I do every single damn day in the gym. I do nothing else. I wish I did to the gym. To be honest, you don't have to pay rent. I know bills go nothing, and just I could eat, sleep, train, repeat. You know what I'm saying? Win and go do it again. Win, go to sleep, go do it again. That's the story of my life. And I know I live this way because my window for this is small. You don't have all the time in the world to push and try to make it happen, right? So I know there's going to come a time where, I can't physically, can't do it anymore. And maybe mentally don't want to do it anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Only God knows. But I'm trying to collect as many wins as I can, do some legendary historical things like this, and then some before my time is done. Before my time is done, heroes come and go, but legends never die. So my name will be remembered as one of the best to ever do it. And that's what I'm hunting for, chasing greatness. I'm constantly chasing greatness.
Yeah, it certainly seems like a lifestyle for you, right? It's not just a job. It's not just what you're passionate about, but it's in your blood. It's in the fabric of who El Matador is. So let's talk about another thing. I mean, you kind of answered this question, but I think there's a little bit else to it. If I'm not mistaken, this is your 35th professional fight. I think you turned pro in 2011. You had Ami fights dating back to 2010, I believe. You said it yourself, like you stay ready. This is all part of your life. You wish you could sleep at the gym. But just loving it isn't always enough. Just physically being able to do it isn't always enough. But when I see you from the time you step into the cage, from your last fight at Baroka to the time I called your fight at APFC, all the way to your tenure at Bellator, it's clear that you are enjoying this. You smile. I see, and that's not always common. So what is it that keeps that smile? I see it on your face. Second, I say, you know what I'm talking about. What is it? 35 fights into your pro career. It's clear that you have the physicality and the love, but what keeps Manny Sanchez as El Matador.
And you just kind of like what I mentioned earlier, but also when I look at guys that I grew up watching, and like my head coach now, Eve Edwards, I know I'm just like, damn, like that's what it takes. This is the level of sacrifice, the level of commitment, consistent commitment and discipline and sacrifice and the will that no matter what happens, win, lose, draw, injury, fight cancellations, whole card cancellations, opponents pulling out, dropping out, guys not wanting to fight, whatever, that you just never stop believing that you know in your heart what you're doing is right. It's pretty dope. It's like, I'm big in quotes and memes, and so I'm constantly just getting lost in those kind of things of like always, flooding my mind with nothing but positive, inspiring encouragement for life, not just MMA, but for life, right? Because fighting is life. That's what it is. Everything's a fight, right? Bills, debt, our health. We got to go work. You got to get a job. Got put food on the table. I'm not a father yet, but yeah, if you got to feed your kids, got to take care of your wife, that kind of stuff. So like knowing that, like, all right, yeah, well, how am I going to make this happen? Well, for me, yeah, man, this is what I got. I decided, since I started, I'm going to take this and I got no problem crashing and burning, dying on the way down. You know what I mean? If, everybody, says, what's your plan B, plan C, plan D? What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? I was always, what if it does? And all right, yeah, okay. It did not go. And a lot of things have not gone the way that I wanted to. The way I dreamed it is definitely a lot different now how I'm actually living it. But I'm blessed. I'm grateful for all the ups, all the downs, the twists, the turns, the bad, the ugly, the highest, the highs, lowest, the lows, all that kind of stuff that everybody wants to talk about. Like, and which is just life, like things aren't always going to go our way or the way we plan it or the way that we desire it to go in a perfect world, right? Yeah. Well, in a perfect world, I'm sure everybody wanted how Connor has it, or like Topuria has it right now, or Adesanya, or Bahira, or the list goes on and on and on, right? But hey, man, how long did it take Glover to get it? How long did it take Robbie to get it? And that's, I'm just naming a lot of my favorites and guys that I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? That like damn, like you don't let none of that stuff get to you, and it's going to happen. I mean, seeing with where I'm at now and helping my friends in the younger generation growing up, probably started training around COVID. Well, shit, yeah, that's when the world shut down. I mean, yeah, I remember that. My fight got canceled during that time. So how do you think I felt? I'm like, yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah.
interesting times for sure. But hey, now I see that now. I've had so many friends, and I'm talking about like young guys right now actively in the UFC. Too many to name, but like they were ready to stop fighting. They were ready to just be like, man, when is it going to happen? UFC don't want me. Contenders don't want me. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And then like this, like, can you make the fight next week? And they're like, holy shit. Like I just got called up for UFC. And so, hey man, stay a believer, bro. Stay a believer. Like,
Yeah, no doubt.
It's there. You can never ever hold your head down and think that it's never going to happen and speak that negative and think like, damn, my time, I'm getting older. I was like, dang, dude, you're 26. Like, calm down, bro. Like, like take it easy, man. One fight at a time. Trust me, for everyone, all the young people watching now, I wanted to be in the UFC by 21. I wanted to break John Jones's record, be the youngest champion in UFC, 23. I wanted to have all those title defenses I wanted to move up and win belts in 3 weight classes, 4 weight classes. Bro, who doesn't want that? But hey, man, it's enjoy your journey. Trust the process and enjoy your journey. Don't compare your journey to someone else's, like, oh man, this guy got signed this quickly. This friend over here, he won the belt this fast, or he did this, did that, whatever, and it's like, hey man, it's not the way it is. And it's all good, man. It's all good. Like, even when it's not, it's all good. stay positive, and stay grinding. And that's where I'm at now. No matter what I've been going through, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and obviously professionally, with everything that's just like that I've endured, that I've experienced, it's made me who I am. And it's made me one of the baddest motherfuckers to be in this right now. To be able to not only, of course, go out there and show that when I fight, but also to be able to help inspire, encourage, and spread them but peace, love, and Hakuna Matata, because I am who I say I am. And I want everybody to know that no matter what life, right, comes along your way, persevere and endure, brother. Persevere and endure and stay positive. Keep the faith. And it's going to happen. Watch me. Trust me. Bet on it if you want to. Like, let's bet on it. Like, you know?
Yeah, no, I love it, man. And you know, they say everything happens for a reason. And I know you're a guy that likes a good quote, and I do as well. And I also kind of like looking back and tracing things and thinking like it's amazing how things fall into place. A couple of things I want to extract from what you just said. One, you never know when you're going to get the call. Yeah, well, I mean, you're filling in for Mark Choinsky, who, you know, got, you know, I know you've trained with him in the past. At the drop of a hat, he gets a call, he's gone. You slide in. I mean, and it's interesting. The last time you fought in the APFC, I had the pleasure of calling your fight. You fought at a catchweight, and you fought our then welterweight champion, Peter Pettis. You beat him. It wasn't for the title. You move on. I think you had a fight in Japan. You fought John Simone. You've stayed busy. And then here you are circling back to the APFC, into this huge card, into the main event, and you're fighting for the belt. It's pretty amazing. I mean, we don't have to get cheesy. We don't have to start talking about signs and stuff, but it's pretty amazing the way things are falling together for you right now.
And yeah, I feel like you can't write a better story than that, man. Going into last year, knowing how many times I wanted to fight and win, and of course, get the call up the same like every other fighter, get called to the UFC. All right, hey man, there's no. And I had to learn that the hard way of like what I had just been ranting off about, that like, oh, it's got to happen at this time. It's got to happen. And it's like, no, man. When God says it's time, there's not a single person that can say cut. And when it's time to shine, be the brightest. So that's where I'm at right now.
Amen.
Because look at the sky, the stars are aligning. And that's how I knew, because I was originally supposed to be on this card. The problem I've been having is finding opponents. Likewise with my dude Mark. And I'm blessed where I do Mark. When I saw that Peter vacated, I was like, should I call somebody out? I understand none of these lightweights want to cut to 55, so like let's do it at welterweight, or somebody, right, who's a willing dance partner. And then sure enough, like I'm like, all right, my guy Mark got it, and I'm happy for him. They couldn't find me nobody. I'll stay busy, stay ready in case something happens, but also being prepared for the next card or something, someone else, right? And then I couldn't sleep, man. I'm still training my ass off as if I knew a fight was coming up. That's how I am. When I set myself on something, I know like something can happen. Why? Because it's MMA, man. It's crazy. People could get injured. Guys could pull out. There's always something. That's guys get the call up. And so they need somebody. And you need somebody, that you know who to call. And that's why I live and eat, sleep, and breathe this shit for that reason. And here we are now.
And at this stage in your career, I mean, I know you've been there, you've done that, you've been through it all, you fought through this golden era at Bellator, you're having this resurgence now. I'm assuming you're standing in front of Thug Jitsu University out there. Is that where you're at right now?
Yeah. That's just grinding all day, all night.
I know how it is. Before I send you on your way, a couple things to wrap this up. Let's talk about the relationship between you and Eves at this point in your career, and what it means to have a veteran like that help you in this very pivotal stage for you. It's not a question of if you can do it. Of course you can do it. It's about keeping things going the right way. And what does Eves mean to that?
It means the world to me, man, because I've waited so long for this. I've I sacrificed so much of my life, my time, my energy, and there's so many other things that I could be doing. That's like what I tell these youngsters now too. I'm like, hey man, no one's forcing you to fight. Like you chose to do this. If this is what you really want, this is what you really got to go through. And it's different for everybody. I know a lot of guys that, yeah, man, have to overcome a lot. And I'm like, wow, what an inspiring story. So that motivates me. And I just see it as like, okay, this is what it takes then it's just like, all right, man, I'm bulletproof because I've been through some shit. I've been through a lot, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Uh, it is what it is. It's part of the grind. But all right, what's it mean to you? Is it worth it to you? Do you want it? How bad do you want it? You know, like ET, the great ET said, how bad do you want it, man? And yeah, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that is when you'll be successful. So I'm looking to chase as much success, pocket full of success, man, is what I want. Chasing greatness again. I want what money can't buy. That's what I want. You know, I know you can go out, right? And I could do anything. I could go be a doctor. I could go be a nurse. I could go just hop into anything just about now. And I could do that at 40, 50 years old, be a chiropractor or be a dentist or do any of that kind of stuff. I can't fight when I'm at that age. So like I said, I'm chasing as much greatness as I possibly can so that when I know my time is up, I could say, yes, I did that. Just like how, the man Lionheart just said that, man. Yeah, I did that. So I know that's how my coach says it, Coach Eves. I did that. I fought in Japan, I fought in Russia, I fought here, I fought there, and you look at the list of the names that he fought, and it's like, geez, oh shit, this guy fought 5, 6, 7 times in a year. Like, you just know he's just racking up these wins left and right. And it's just like, yeah, damn, I'm looking to do the same. Have a story and a legacy and a history that, like, yeah, money can't buy, and yeah, nothing can replace that. And yeah, making history.
And as you're writing this history book of El Matador's history, let's talk about the chapter with Zach Zane's name written on it. I mean, that's who you're stepping in against, a tough guy, fellow Bellator vet. I know you guys, I don't know about the overlap at Bellator, but he's got a ton of experience. He's been doing slab fighting for, so he's a fighter's fighter, right? Like, say what you want about the slab fighting. The guy likes to compete, right? What's happening when El Matador faces off against Zach Zane at APFC 17?
I'm looking to dominate. I don't want to just want to win. I want to finish. So I love it. I love this fight. He comes to fight. He comes to bring it. And so that's what I need. That's what you need for an exciting fight. A willing dance partner, someone who is willing to step up and say, yes, let's fight. So let's go. Let's put on a fight. And so that's what I love. Guys who bring it. That's what I know. Those are the kind of guys that I put away. And so I have all the utmost respect for him. He's, for one, a gentleman, or two, a fighter. That's a real fighter right there. And for three, like, yeah, if it wasn't for him, then this, that's saving the card as well too. So I'm grateful for him. Thank you to Zach, and we're gonna put on a show. That's how it is.
Excellent, excellent. Well, dude, I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time. I know you got to get to training. I'm gonna send you on your way, but I want to wrap up with a couple of things here. One, when you fought for APFC last, you had this really fun, inspirational message during your post-fight. You're like, oh, I wasn't always an athlete. I used to be, eating those tacos and tortas at home. So
I still do.
You know what, babe? You know why that puts a big smile on my face? Because that's who I was, bro. I wasn't the athlete either, right? So when I see someone like you, and I'm like, I can relate to that. So how about, it's easy for me to say, send a message home to all the guys that want to be fighters or the guys that are training. But how about you send a message home to the fans that maybe, or the kids that maybe aren't the athletes, right? The kids that maybe you and I are related to a little bit more at a certain point. A message from El Matador.
Yeah, man, this is for you. This is for all the blue collar people too. Honestly, I tell my mom and family and people that all the time. If it wasn't for this, I mean, of course, he had to go to school and, like I said, choose another different career path. But I'd be out there too, roofing, plumbing, in the kitchens, working construction, doing anything that you see. I'm like, those are my people, man. Those are my people that I was like, oh yeah, that'd be me. I just, maybe lift, maybe do something to keep myself in shape other than my job, and try to just have, all the vitamin T, the TRT, tacos y tortas, like you said. But that would be it, And this is for all the hardworking blue collar people that sacrificed everything to want to go out and make your dreams into reality. Why? To provide for your family. We're looking for the better life, and this is what I want for me, my family, and for anyone else. Chase those dreams, man. Chase those dreams. If it feels right to you, then chase that dream into eternity.
My brother, El Matador. Last question. As a fellow Mexican, my man, are hard-shell tacos acceptable?
No.
I don't know.
No. Hell no.
Hey, I love it. Fair enough, man. I like to throw a little curveball in here, and it seemed like you're my guy to ask. Like this is a conversation. My wife isn't Mexican. We're raising our kids here in America. So the question of Harshal talk, you seem like you got to ask. I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time. Thank you for the insights, my friend.
No, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Entonces me lo tenías todos. Y no se olviden mi pelea APFC 17, ¿no? Sí, el junio 15 en Milwaukee. Vamos para otra victoria.
Así es, el día 15 de junio en Milwaukee, APFC 17, El Matador, APFC 17, returns to Milwaukee as the Matador steps in for the vacant welterweight title. Who takes home the belt? Will be El Matador, will be Zach Zane. Tune in on UFC Fight Pass and find out. Thank you so much for your time, my friend. June 15th, it all goes down.
Chao, brother.